Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fist Deep. Hey, starring Jake Young and Derry Shepard.
That's us.
That is. Today's guest, the incomparable Saundra Edgell.
Incomparable Saundra Edgell. This is another good one. I don't know how you keep getting these comedians, dude. We got some funny people.
Yeah.
Hey, for technical glitch of the show, it's already gone down.
Hey.
Quality's
it can only
dropped
go
off from the
here.
beginning.
How's it going?
What's up, guys? It's Fist Deep. We're back for another week. It's another Tuesday. It's 8 o'clock. We've got comedy. We've got Saundra Edgell, which is a great catch as far as guests go.
Yeah.
Super funny lady.
I've heard her dubbed the Queen of Mean.
The Queen of Mean. We have Hot Topics. Saundra's going to be doing Five in the Fist. It's not going to be an action-packed show, but it's going to be an action-packed show, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
This one should bring you the thunder. And speaking of
This
bringing
one
the
is brought to you
thunder,
by Voodoo Ranger IPA.
Voodoo Ranger IPA. And where's that from?
That's from New Belgium Brewing Company. But surprisingly, it's not brewed in Belgium.
Okay.
It's brewed somewhere like out east, like Oregon or something. I don't know.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Well, so how was your weekend? We'll cover us real quick before we move on to Saundra.
Dude, weekend was pretty good. A good time. Started the weekend at a winery.
Okay.
Finished the weekend with a little bit of a hangover.
All right. That'll happen.
Did some housework. Other than that, it's been nice.
All right. Kind of boring.
Yeah. How about you?
We had birthday week, so it was my wife's birthday on Friday, and we don't do birthdays here. We do like birthday weeks or longer, basically like, I don't want to say it's like Hanukkah, but it's like a long, you know what I mean? There's nothing to it. It's just a bunch of days where it builds up in gifts until the main day, and then the big day we did cake and steaks and the whole thing. I cooked everything. And then from there, it trickles off into some little gifts, with the last one coming tomorrow, actually. I got my second COVID shot, so the booster is in place. I was run down. I'm still a little run down, but I was kind of run down.
So you got the microchip?
Kind of achy.
Trickling gifts? Your wife's going to get some trickling gifts?
What's that?
Your wife, is she going to get some trickling gifts?
Trickling, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she's getting some tricklingus. Tricklingus? Are you saying tricklingus?
Yeah. Gifts that trickle in.
Gifts, trickling gifts.
Yes.
Trickling gifts. Okay. I think she might be. Well, actually, she definitely. Well, actually, she's watching this, so I don't know. She might. I don't know.
All right.
She'll just have to find out.
Let's bring Saundra in to save us.
You think so? I think we're running into trouble early. We have a package this week, so you don't have to see Will the Farter fart all over the place again. This is exciting. That was 2 consecutive weeks of Will farting. And this week we get to bring you something special.
I love Cardi B. Love Cardi B.
Me too.
But broke boys don't deserve no pussy is the reason so many famous dudes keep whipping their dicks out in hotel rooms.
That's true.
Like, I used to be poor, now I'm rich. Look at my dick.
There you go. Well, people don't want to look at poor guys' dicks. That's the problem.
That's the problem. And I mean, honestly, like, who hasn't went back to a famous dude's hotel room and walked right into a blowjob?
Oh, that happens. I can't even. I could write a book.
Me too.
Yeah.
It happened.
Oh, uh-oh. Oh, you're never going to believe this, but you're totally sideways right now.
You're sideways to me, but I'm like vertical.
Okay. Well, you're sideways to the world.
Oh,
The
lovely.
world
So
of 3 concurrent viewers.
how do I fix that? See, you're
That's
sideways.
right.
Huh?
Can we flip her? Or can you flip your phone? We'll look
Fine.
sideways, but
I
We weren't
can't
like
not on.
this earlier. This is crazy.
yeah.
I mean, hold on. I can get another. I can't flip it on this, but I can on this thing.
Is that Carlin behind you?
It is.
Oh, I dig it. Yeah. It's like a Warhol and Carlin.
Oh, that's who that is. All right. There you
That's
go.
what's up.
How's that?
That's perfect.
Now it's gonna mess up my lighting, but it's all right.
That's all
Broke
right.
boys don't deserve no pussy.
Yeah, I was gonna bring my phone or my computer in here, but I was like, no, that's stupid. But anyways, so
Saundra Edgell, everybody.
Yeah.
What's up?
not much. What's up?
Nothing much. Not much here either. I'm meeting you for the first time today, so I'm still a little bit nervous.
Don't be. I don't bite.
Well, not through the screen anyway, but still, you have a very biting humor. I've heard you up on the stage in the roasts, and
Thank you.
for somebody with a 50-50 record, you could easily have a 60-40.
That. I don't think it matters. I think it's all the same. 50,
It
50,
is.
40.
All
Depends on
right.
the.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Saundra. What's going on?
Not much.
Yeah.
What do you? Oh, I hate those questions. Those are the
Right?
like I don't know.
Terry's
How
going
long
to
you been
lead
doing
this.
Huh?
How long you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy 3.5 years now.
Okay.
Awesome.
It's so hard to even like manage time or even think about time with the pandemic, because that's like it could be 4 years. I don't know.
Right.
3.5 though. It could be actually no. You know what? No, I don't. I have no clue now. I think 3.5, but it could be 4.5. The pandemic's really got my math off.
Did you do a lot of this kind of stuff during the pandemic to kind of stay sharp, or did you just avoid all of it and jump back in recently?
I worked a lot, and then once I didn't do any Zoom mics.
Okay.
But I mean, I wrote a lot, I worked a lot, and then as soon as like some of the mics started opening back up again, like I was out to those, and then they'd stop and start back up, and
Right.
so.
Yeah, a dozen people would get sick at the bar, and then they'd say, "Oh, we gotta get that back."
Is that how it would go?
No, I don't know. I think it maybe part of it. Yeah.
I haven't left my house for hardly anything in like a year and some change. This thing started, and I said, to hell with this. I taped all the windows, and I stayed.
I'm over. I spent the last 2 good years of my life. Like I'm almost 40. So I spent my last 2 good years on this earth locked away with 2 cats and a kid. So I'm infuriated.
Right.
So like if any sympathy or empathy, I just don't even have that anymore. It's just out the door, gone.
Right.
And well, how am I supposed to feel? Like, I mean, my pussy is drying up, okay? It's done.
Jesus.
What am I supposed to do? I'm okay with that. I'm just supposed to be like, oh, I'm glad Granny gets to, live her last 5 years on dialysis. So I'm not happy, right? That's how I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm in my prime, damn it.
What?
You're in your prime. You should be out there.
My prime is done. Gone.
I was going to say, I think that's probably being a little kind. No, your prime left. No offense. I mean, my prime's long gone. Are you kidding me? I'm lost. But you just entered the woods. You just now are beginning to see how dark and deep they truly are.
Oh, now I know how like teenage boys feel like when they're going through puberty, like when they're like turning like 17, 18, when they're like horny all the time.
Right.
That's how I feel. It's awful. So I mean, the cross country team like runs past my house every day, and like I want to set a trap and just grab one. Like, don't mind. Parents won't mind. Whatever.
Well, I tell you what. According to the clip that you sent us, it seems like you've got a very limited scope as far as who has access to whatever. Anyway, so it seems like beggars can be choosers. I guess is what I'm. Or have you relaxed your standards maybe a little bit?
I've relaxed my. Well, I don't know.
Good.
I don't get out. I don't get out to like be around people, so I have no clue. But I mean, at this point, I'm gonna have to lower my strength.
I loved your bit on Woody Allen and his stepdaughter.
Oh, I know. That is just so crazy.
Okay, what is this? I don't know this. Can I hear it?
Which bit? I mean, I think it was.
Well, your take on it really was like, I never looked at it from that perspective. Like, oh yeah, well, she is an adult now. I mean,
Well, supposedly she was an adult when it started, and it wasn't his stepdaughter. Like him and Mia Farrow were never married. I mean, he didn't adopt her. He wasn't. She had a dad. Just out of all things for people, like, what do you expect? Like,
it's still weird.
It is weird, but I don't think people understood. Like, they didn't live together. Like, I don't think he was around her. I mean, maybe vacations here and there, stuff like that. Right. But I don't think he was like a father figure in her life. I think he was just some dude that her adoptive crazy mother was banging. I mean, really.
Yeah. So more of a daddy figure.
I'm smart enough. I don't think I'm smart enough for Woody Allen's humor, really. I've never really got him.
Oh, you haven't? He's just neurotic. I like Woody.
I don't think I've seen a single one of his movies, to be honest with you.
Not the one the robot one as a kid.
Well, let me ask you, what would you recommend if I was going to watch one of his movies that was like, this is the lead-in movie for Woody Allen. This is it.
I don't know if I can say lead-in, but I love Scoop. That's a really good movie.
Scoop?
Jasmine. But a lot of his movies are very much the same plot, the same theme.
Right.
But Blue Jasmine was really good. I mean, just that was like one of the best movies that I've seen that he's done. I like Scoop because it has Scarlett Johansson in it, and he named her character Saundra. So I love that.
There you go.
All right.
And, anything else is good. Mighty Aphrodite is really good.
Mighty Aphrodite.
Yeah. Mira Sorvino, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then he did. I finally watched Manhattan. I think it was before I did the podcast because everyone said to watch it, and I had never seen it. And it's good. It has some like good dry humor.
Right.
Like he deals with stuff that's very like taboo and people don't want to talk about, but everyone does. So
what is it? What am I missing?
Manhattan?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just about, he's like a writer. I don't really, he's like a writer in New York. His ex-wife is a writer and she's a lesbian. So she left him for a woman and they have a kid together. And then he starts dating this like 17-year-old and this was like in the 70s and 80s when like, people dated, people were married by like 19 or 20.
Right.
No, 70s, this movie was filmed.
Right.
So then, of course, that's not going to work out because he's like in his 40s. So what does he want to do with the 17-year-old? He meets this other woman who's, what's her face? It's always in all of his movies. Really skinny.
Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton. And she was dating one of his friends, but he was married. And then, so the wife didn't know. And then he starts dating Diane Keaton, and they would go on like double dates. And Diane Keaton, that type of stuff.
Okay.
Like he deals with like taboo and these like awkward, mortifying like situations that people find themselves in.
Well, let me say, I've never, like I said, I've never seen anything by this guy, but it's funny that that I came up with Diane Keaton because last week, Woody, what was it? Annie Hall was one of our this day in history trivia points, and it just happened to have a picture of Diane Keaton and Woody Allen across from each other, and you said the skinny girl in his movies, so that was the only name that popped in my head at the time.
I need to see that. I've heard that's actually a great movie.
Annie Hall. I'll write that down too. God, we're gonna have to watch these, Terry.
Right.
I guess Annie Hall, like, he gave her like her own voice, and a lot of his movies, a lot of the female characters kind of like mirror his like neuroticism like back at him.
Right.
But Annie Hall, like, she had her own, you know, I guess she was a career woman. So.
Oh yeah, shut that window.
I'll tell you what.
What's going on out there? It looks like there's like a sonogram or something in the background.
Of what? Oh, me? No,
Yeah, like
that's a monitor reflecting my monitors. What I'm going crazy about is my dog's going nuts. The lady lives next to me's got this German Shepherd, and my dog and the German Shepherd butt heads at the fence, and they try to gnaw the holes through the fence and get to each other. So since the show's going on, now the dogs are out there going crazy.
I get it.
Good old Magpie. We'll probably have more of that until the neighbor brings her dogs inside. So I hope everybody's excited to hear my dog for the next 30 minutes.
Saundra, have you ever been to Burning Man? I've heard about it in your act.
3 times.
How many?
Is
3.
that true?
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. They're not doing it this year again. I just announced today that the next burn is going to be 2022, and
Okay.
I'm thinking about just saving up and going. I mean, just go out with a bang.
Right.
I mean, I didn't get to fuck in my prime. I mean, I might as well get laid
Dude,
back.
it's going to be so awesome. You're going to go out there and go, hey, everyone, I'm 40. And they're going to go, wah, wah, and throw you inside of a huge burning effigy, and that's going to be your story.
It might go out that way. At this point, there's sometimes I get people's killed. 2 or 3 people have killed themselves that way now. They've just like made like a mad dash to and
Dude,
I don't
Terry and I are going to be on the 4-part Netflix series about the dumbasses that jumped in Burning Man, and you're going to be our dumbass. It's going to be. Now, wait a minute. You knew the dumbass that jumped in there this year? Oh, yeah. She talked about it on the show.
I didn't know him. No. I don't even think I was there the year that it did.
I'm talking about at 40 when you jump in it.
Oh, yeah. Then you guys talk about me.
It's on my bucket list.
You should go. It's fun. It's a lot of. Oh, you can go.
2022. Yep.
You got to. It's 2022. It'll be in August, like towards the end of August. But you have to bring all your food and water with you.
Okay.
Like they don't sell anything there. But you can buy drugs, but nope. Okay. They sell ice. That's it.
Really?
They have like an ice truck, and it's only open like certain times out of the day. And I think there's a few locations. So you actually have to, like, if you need ice for like your coolers and your food, like you actually have to make a plan of like when to be there. Because when it's closed.
Oh,
like
wow.
You have to bring all your food, all your water. I mean, it's an adventure.
So you need to plan for the haul.
Oh yeah, most people, what they do is like you fly in to Reno, and then you go shopping, get all your food, and then you drive out to the playa. It's like a 2.5-3 hour drive.
Okay. And then once you get there, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't know a single thing about it other than every once in a while I see pictures of dusty people on bikes and things that are on fire and really neat, elaborate contraptions.
Yeah. That's basically it.
So basically you just go out there to stand around a bunch of people that make weird stuff and go, what? Like,
it's a part. They try to play it as like an art festival, and it is. It's an independent art festival. Right. People do really cool, neat art. I get things out there. But it's a big party in the desert, and people bring their kids, and they've done it for so long now that it's sectioned off. So like if you're gonna bring your kid, you're gonna be like in a family friendly area. Like you're gonna be away from like the orgy dome.
Is there an orgy dome?
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of weird stuff out there.
An orgy dome.
I don't know if it's a dome, but yeah, there's an orgy camp. Yeah, you name it, it's out there.
I'm sorry. The orgy dome is just blowing my mind right now.
Dude, I'm spending my 50th birthday out there.
Do it. I went to my first year, I went to this one camp. They go in and like, there's like this hot sauna, which sounds like miserable that you'd want to be doing in the middle of the hot,
right.
desert. But like, you just sweat so much. It's almost kind of like a shower in a way.
Okay.
And then just sweating. And some people go in naked. I had clothes on, but you're just packed in this like weird, like sauna thing. And like, there's guys and like, you just have their like slongs just like rubbing against you. And then when you walk out, they like spray you with this like water to get all the sweat off of you,
right.
And people like passing out and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty.
It's
intense.
always the dudes that take their stuff off. It's always the guys who want their dongs out, flopping around, rubbing on things, showing them off. You go to any pond anywhere where there's a party happening, and half of the guys lose their shorts, and all of the women except for 2, and you know which 2 they are up front. Keep their stuff on, and they whip their boobs out, and then everything moves on.
Yep.
And all of the wives get pissed off.
Like the old guys at the YMCA that want to talk to you. You probably do.
Yeah.
When you're in the locker room at the YMCA, the old guys that just get out of the shower and they kind of hike their leg up on the bench and start talking to you. Like, no, I don't need to see that. It's okay.
Well, and it's made worse by the fact that these, some of the old guys that will talk to you in those places, any gym, I mean, these are 60-year-old men, 68-year-old men. These are gravity enhanced, I guess. Is it enhanced? What do you call it?
I don't know.
They could pull their scrotum over a 55-gallon barrel and play it like a timpani drum. It is just a humongous mass of skin.
Can't you isn't there ways to tighten it up? I mean, I'm sure there's laser light therapy things you can do, but there's got to be ways to fit in.
You put a pencil in behind it and you roll it backwards and then you clip it on either side up here. And then at night you pull it out and it comes out.
I found a good niche for plastic surgery. Just the guy that, gives you a little tuck.
Yeah.
In your 60s. I'm
sure they have it. They have the vaginal reconstructive surgery for females, but I don't know what it is. It's like $5,000.
Vaginoplasty, yeah.
So I don't know what they do.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if that's a topic I want to broach. The massive scrotal tag is probably enough for me. It sounds, honestly, like a great way to get into hot topics. So let's do that. Now that we got this hot new music to lead us into.
I have my glasses on this.
Do they play music like this out at
it's all yeah. You can't really have bands out there the equipment, the dust storms and the equipment.
Right.
It's pretty much all electronic.
All right.
So all DJs and stuff.
There are some bands, but it's still electronic based.
Will somebody just start a party? Like somebody just bust out some speakers and stuff and all of a sudden a party just break out around them?
Yeah.
I've got these crazy dreams in my head going on right now.
You can do that. People do that. And generally the main music camps are on one side, towards the end, that doesn't interfere too much with people who don't want to, just hear thump all, 24/7.
All day long, right. Which I'm sure you hear it everywhere anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's everywhere.
Well, our first topic, masks off. The CDC says that we can take our masks off outdoors finally, even though, quite honestly, I've never had one on outdoors.
Yeah. I haven't, no. And I haven't wore a mask outside since the pandemic started.
We go on walks, we go to the park, we don't wear masks.
No.
Absolutely not. Now, if we go to a store or someplace like that, absolutely. Absolutely. But outdoors, I can't believe they're just now getting around to allowing us to do something we've always done.
Right.
Well, I went to Chicago a couple times, last spring. So, right. Things were still closed down, but things were kind of starting to pick back up.
Right.
And pretty much everyone had their mask on outside.
Really?
And not even like when it was too crowded. Like, I mean, I kind of thought that was odd.
Yeah.
But if you're walking to store, I guess if you're going to stand outside to get ice cream, I mean, I get that. But Chicago's a little weird.
There's a lot of people breathing and whatever. I don't know. You're right. Chicago's a weird place. I got a lot of family up in Chicago, but they're from the South Side, so they all have like scars over their eyebrows. And they party awesome. They're so much fun.
Well, people on the South Side, like the true South Side of Chicago, they weren't wearing masks outside.
Oh no!
Like, no.
They weren't wearing masks inside. They'll fight you.
Yeah.
I love them. Actually, one of my cousins drove through here over the weekend. He was supposed to call me. If he's watching, you were supposed to call me. I just wanted to throw this in there. I've got nothing to corroborate this other than just experience. Tucker Carlson's a twat. I hate that guy. I just don't like him.
I don't mind. No, I don't mind. Listen, he lives in like Beverly Hills, right?
Yeah.
Like,
something like that.
I mean, so he's made a career. I mean, millions just reading a teleprompter, just saying what someone else writes. So I mean, yeah, that's a twat, like total twat.
No. But he's a real twat. He's a real twat.
You know, if you were to give me, like, I don't know how many millions of dollars he makes a year, I'd be a twat and say the shit that he says.
Dude.
Like, that's where I'm at, like, with everyone. Like, I don't agree.
He writes half of that stuff.
No, he does the teleprompter. And I don't agree with.
Oh, no. He writes this stuff.
Huh?
He writes his stuff. Those are his pieces.
I don't think he writes them. I think he writes a teleprompter.
No, he writes every twat word that comes out of his twat mouth.
I didn't know that.
Really?
I don't think so.
Yes. T to the W to the A to the T.
He makes some awkward pauses sometimes before he says some like outlandish shit. Like, wait, I'm gonna say what? And then he has to remind himself, wait a second, I'm getting paid like $30 million a year to say this. So
right. No.
But he's reading it for the first time. Like, wait, yeah, I have seen him make those looks at the camera. Like,
I started watching him more during the pandemic.
Right.
He did some really good stuff during the pandemic. During a lot of the like rioting and stuff, like he had some pretty funny stuff.
Okay.
When he made fun of Portland a lot, and their their non like police zone that they had.
Oh, Chaz or something.
Yeah, he had some really good stuff on that, and that was hilarious because no one else was covering it. So.
Right. Well, I don't know. Now, again, I mean, I think all these news people are liars and twats.
Oh, they are, all of them.
But just for the sake of getting it off my chest, Tucker Carlson's a twat. So I'm going to have the final say on that one.
You are a rich twat.
God will have the final say on that one, but I'm going to go ahead and speak on his behalf for just a moment. The Academy Awards 2021. Who cares?
Exactly.
Does anybody watch this?
Oh no, there was no movies out. Everyone keeps talking about how it was too woke. It was too woke. There was no reason to watch. There was no movies. None. Like what movie came out in 2020?
I couldn't tell you.
Exactly.
I don't know a single thing that came out. I know a couple of the things. I know Tiger King came out. That was great. I know the Winter Soldier and the Falcon came out. That show was awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what movie Terry, do you know what movie these two guys were in?
Yeah, I had to look it up.
Let me set this up. There's a little bit of a controversy here because they set the Academy Awards up, I guess. Now, this is all me reading stuff, so who knows what's real. But they set the whole thing up. Usually they would do Best Picture at the end. But this time they did Best Actor at the end. Almost like they were massaging the production to make it to where Best Actor would land on Chadwick Boseman winning posthumously because he died of colon cancer. Rest in peace. And it would kind of trail off, and that would be the great moment for the end of it. Well, they open up the envelope and they say Sir Anthony Hopkins. And Sir Anthony Hopkins isn't even in attendance. Well, virtual attendance. He was asleep. He was laying in bed. He didn't even bother to do it.
There.
What's that?
The other guy wasn't there.
True.
He's dead.
True. And that's not the controversy. The controversy is everybody thought that Chadwick Boseman should have won.
What movie?
Ma Rainey Black Bottom.
Ma Rainey Black Bottom, and that was the Chadwick Boseman movie.
Right. She wasn't a black top. And then
You're stupid.
the father
You're dumb.
it was Anthony Hopkins.
And
I've never heard of either. I haven't heard of either movie.
Me either. I have no idea what they are.
Me neither. I mean, I know Black Panther, but
Yeah,
the other movie that he was in.
that was a good movie.
We need to watch both of those movies. And you know what we need to do? We need to have a Fisty Award. We'll do a Fisty, and we'll give away the Fisty for Best Actor, and we'll determine once and for all whether it was Anthony Hopkins or Chadwick Boseman. We'll record every second of us watching both of those movies. You and I, Terry, sitting on each other's laps, alternately.
So Anthony Hopkins, remember the movie where he was eating Ray Liotta was eating his own brain?
Yes.
It was like one of the Silence of the Lambs knockoff, or
it was like the second one.
The second one?
Right.
No, there
He
wasn't.
deserved an award for that. Did you see that, Saundra?
The knockoff? No. I mean, I've seen
No.
Silence of the Lambs, but I didn't know there was a Ray Liotta.
Well, there was like a sequel or something.
Anthony Hopkins was in it too.
Anthony Hopkins made Ray Liotta eat his own brain. So he was like cooking dinner for him. And Ray Liotta has no idea. He was like, does something smell funny? And like he's got half of his brain exposed and he's preparing, and Anthony Hopkins is preparing it for him.
That's crazy.
It's disgusting.
Like the movie Hostel.
Yes.
Yes. No. Those movies unnerve me. I don't like people already. I don't need to know that they do stuff like that.
No,
Dude, I would totally stay in a hospital.
I don't care. I don't like watching a bunch of rich famous people complain about anything, like at all. Like that's
Right.
yeah. It's like, you know, people would trade spots with you in a heartbeat. Like I would sell my kid to be up there accepting an Oscar. So like
Right.
Yep.
Number 4, there were some fights this weekend. Kamaru Usman absolutely starched Jorge Masvidal, retained the welterweight title. Masvidal talked a lot of smack last week, just like the thing with Diane Keaton. We actually had a picture of Ben Askren up. Ben Askren had just got knocked out by Jake Paul. Previous to that, Ben Askren was knocked out in 5 seconds by the guy who's laying there unconscious, Jorge Masvidal. It's the circle of life, Terry.
Circle of life, yeah.
Also on the card, Valentina Shevchenko absolutely throttled Jessica Andrade, and Rose Namajunas left high head kick on Zhang Weili Zhang. Either way, I'm not sure.
I haven't watched too many UFC fights, but I did see Rose. I saw her little knockout thing.
Did you see that? It's cool, right?
Yep.
Do you follow any of this, Saundra?
I don't follow any. No, I know nothing about MMA. Nothing about like cage fighting.
But do you know anything about RuPaul's Drag Race?
I don't watch that either.
My God, another one.
I love RuPaul.
No, none of our guests watch RuPaul except for my wife.
Same here. I love RuPaul. I've never seen Drag Race before.
He's never watched a single episode.
No.
Well, Simone won. The finale was this last weekend. Simone did not shock anybody by winning. She was pretty much ruled the season. She did a great job. She beat Gottmik. That felt like my Marco Rubio water moment.
It's in its 13th season.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They're getting ready to have their 6th season of All-Stars.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I've seen every single one of them, and I'm making Terry and his family binge watch start to finish from 8 in the morning until we're done the entire 2nd season of All-Stars to see if I can get them all hooked.
This filmed during the pandemic, right?
This one was, yes.
Okay, so all these people get to go to work every day and they still get to shoot because all the people are tested like every day, right? They're tested, they take precaution. But you can pay to get vaccinated and you still got to wear your mask to work.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
So to me, I can't watch anything like that anymore without getting like just infuriated. Because I don't know if you can see, probably not because it's so small and I have makeup covering it, but I have like pimples all over my face, all from like right here, and it's all from the mask, because like the little like, you know, the material like kind of like frays off,
right,
and like it rubs against my face and it makes my face itch, so I have to like itch my face. And then like I work in a warehouse, so like I have like acne scars all over my face now, all from the past 2 years. So like, wow. I don't give about any of this. Like, they don't have to wear masks to work. They're not scarring their face. Right. I am. I'm very upset right now.
I don't understand if you've been vaccinated. If you've got a vaccine, if you've had the vaccine, why do you need to continue to wear a mask? I don't understand that.
I think they don't know if you can transmit it and be vaccinated yet. They just know that you can, if you get it, you won't get it. If you're vaccinated and it somehow you ingest it and it lands in the back of your throat and all the stuff happens as to happen, you won't get the disease. But they don't know if it won't cultivate in the back of your throat and you may still cough it out when it's asymptomatic and still in that early stage.
Cool.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense. Wouldn't it be the same for like the flu vaccine?
Dude,
or
absolutely.
HPV, or I mean the chicken pox? Like it all. I mean,
did you know that the flu was all but eradicated last year? There was like no flu.
Well, yeah, because no one was out like to spread it.
Everybody was washing their hands and putting on masks and not coughing on each other. But
that's true.
I think washing their hands probably had more to do with it than anything.
That I think that and the mask, and people just weren't like out doing things.
Right.
People weren't around each other. But I live in it. Well, it doesn't like I live in Avon. You guys are all from Indy. I'm not worried about pervs.
We have 3 viewers. You're fine.
It's fine. But so I think they closed the schools like on a Sunday night is like when we got notified. I think this was like maybe it was sometime in February, I believe. So the Friday before that, I had worked that Thursday night, like a 10-hour shift, like into the morning. So I didn't get off work till like 5 a.m. And my daughter's dad dropped her off in the morning. That way I could just get her ready to school and then I could go to sleep.
Right.
And he dropped her off. He's like, she doesn't feel well and she's running a fever. So I kept her home. And she did. And she ran a solid fever for like into like Saturday night. And it was Sunday that they announced that kids at her school, they had to close because they had COVID. Oh, and it was like, we were the first schools to close. So I still don't know if she had COVID or if she just had the flu.
Right.
Wow.
And I was sick on Saturday. Like I felt tired and just run down. But by Sunday, she was fine. And on Sunday, I still felt tired. But I mean, I went outside and ran. I worked out. So I couldn't have been.
Right.
I mean, who knows?
Nobody knows what you have anymore. We got sick last year, and it was just like sniffles for a couple of days, and it was done. You know, John got it, our son, and then we got it, and then it was done. But I'll tell you what, when that first sniffle came on, we were getting ready to spend all the credit cards, and it was on. The world's ending. All right, man, let's buy it all. Let's do it.
And all of her babysitters, because she has brothers and sisters that are older. They're not my kids, they're dads, but they're older and they'll watch her, and they've all had it.
Oh, wow.
That whole, but we had. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, the last year, like the beginning of March, I think everybody in my house was sick for a weekend. Like it just went. It went from one person to the next. We all like felt terrible. I hadn't been sick in years, and then we.
Just for production purposes, that was Hot Topics.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hot Topics.
We're still talking about this over the top of drag queens. All right. So let's pick up where we left off. I don't want to kill that conversation. It was a nice one. I'm enjoying your views on some of these things, because being in how now, where do you work? I don't want to ask where you work. You work in a warehouse anyway. That's a very unique position to be in the pandemic. It's a super unique position to be in, because like you guys were under the magnifying glass there for a while as like the test that America was running to see how many people died.
I don't think anyone died at our, maybe. I mean, we get notifications when anyone tests positive, and they actually do on the site. Like you can go and get tested like whenever you want. I never did, because if you get tested, like you can't work. And technically I'm not full-time. I mean, I can work as many hours. I could work 60 hours or 10 hours in a week. Like it's completely up to me.
Right. And
because of that, so I never got a clear confirmation, like if I was to have gotten sick, like how am I, because they pay you if you're sick, but if you're 40 hours, they're going to pay you 40 hours. If you work, I mean, my shifts vary. So I was like, I don't even want to mess with it. And I was never sick. So
did they do the thing where they like scan your forehead when you walk in, and they make sure you're masked, and they make sure I'm sure they had protocols and stuff in place.
We walk through like a scanner, like comes near you. Like they have this like camera set up that you just walk in and it scans your forehead for you.
Okay.
And they used to give us like bracelets so they would know that we walked through it and were tested. And I mean, they don't do the bracelets anymore, but yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy in the beginning.
Now, did you see a lot of stuff go through there? I mean, did a lot of people get sick?
We would get a notification like on our phones when anyone tested got it.
Right.
I mean, I would say no, I don't think that many people got it. I mean, from the start to now, I mean, we're looking at maybe in the hundreds. I don't think it would be over like 150. And you got to consider in a day, there's probably 300 plus people that work there.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, and especially when you count like part-time employees and full-time, I don't think that many people got it. And if they did, I don't think they got it at work. I mean, I think they got it at home.
Okay.
Or somewhere else.
But it certainly didn't turn into this super spreader event that we had all heard about and everybody kind of feared.
No, they won't even let you like, it's a little different now. They've eased up on the restrictions, but because you have these like aisles that you have to go down to like get the whatever on your scanner that you have to get. And they would only let one person in an aisle at a time.
Okay.
And like, if you try to like walk past somebody, if they saw you on security, they would like come and like yell at you.
Yeah.
Or like people would get like shitty. Yeah. Some of them, not all. Like, sometimes you can just look and you can be like, all right, that person's gonna throw a fit if I walk by him. But
then you're still held accountable for a certain.
No, they got during that time we didn't have they didn't keep rate because there was. I mean, there's times you can spend like 4 minutes digging through a box trying to find something like obscure,
right?
Like a bead like this big and like a little like Ziploc bag.
Right.
Oh, thanks. That was my order.
Was it?
Yeah, thanks.
It is like mind blowing. Like I don't want to say too much stuff because I work there and it allows me to do comedy. Like if it was had like a job that I had to be at like every day at 8 a.m. 40 hours a week, there would be no way with a kid I'd be able to do comedy. Like there's just no way. But being able to work like 60 hours and then like 10 the next week and then like 30 and then like another 60 if my daughter's dad takes her like on vacation or something, allows me to save and put money back and then I can do comedy. So I don't want to get in trouble, but yeah, it's not anything like what I had expected it to be.
Right on. But that's really good.
It doesn't, no, it's not good. I mean, it's in the opposite. Like it's so unnecessary. I mean, the scale that it's on and the stuff that people like order and the bulk of your orders and the thing, it's just junk.
Isn't it though?
Yes. I would
see
say
what you're saying now.
70% of the stuff that people get is junk. And a lot of it, you can just go down the street and get it yourself. Like it's insane. It is insane. And like the the iPhones and the tech stuff, they keep, that's like in a certain area, like where like it's heavily like there's security cameras. You have to like scan your badge to get in. The door locks immediately. You have to scan your badge to get out.
Right.
That's just not the bulk of the orders. The bulk of the orders is just junk.
Just like, day-to-day BS.
Yeah.
Anal beads.
Anal beads.
A lot of deal.
One anal bead this big in a tiny Ziploc in the bottom of a 400 bead drawer.
And I think a lot of stuff, so like stuff that doesn't get sold,
Right.
I don't know. I kind of move stuff from like warehouse to warehouse. I don't know how long it takes before something is pulled and like shipped to like a Goodwill or something. But yeah, it's just a lot of junk. But so many people, they employ so many people now that it's like, how do we survive without it? There would be so many people without a job.
Right. Yes.
So many people.
That service now model has definitely taken over everything because nobody wants to. I mean, and the pandemic solidified it because then nobody could leave the house. So it was like all you could do is order from these select few places. And now that you can go everywhere, I'm still ordering the same crap.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm still walking outside and picking my groceries up from my front porch.
Right. Well,
I
quick.
Almost a log tech, because I'm like, for this I almost ordered a log tech, and then I was just gonna bring my computer in here.
Oh, okay.
It's a Mac, so so you just pick it up and move it. It's the greatest thing in the world. But I was like, no, I'll wait. I'll see how this works. But now I'm like, yeah, I'll go order a log tech and I'll have it by tomorrow. I mean, they're amazing for what they do.
It's incredible. You don't have to leave the house. You don't have to screw around with it. I don't have to talk to some guy that I do not want to talk to and who doesn't want to talk to me about the log tech. I just buy what I buy. It has the most stars and the most reviews with the most stars. It's on its way to my house.
Yep.
Just like that.
And you can like return stuff before they'll give you like a refund before they even get it back.
Because their profits are nuts.
Yeah.
Theirs.
Yeah.
You ready to do 5 in the fist?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. This is our funky song for that too. See, everybody's kind of bobbing their heads that one. That was a little dirty.
I like it.
It's a little dirty. Thank you. Don't thank me. Thank Terry. He's the one who designed all of that. Well,
I didn't. I'm not Steve Aoki or anything. I didn't program it. I just found it.
Found it.
Yeah, but he still found it, so he gets credit for that. But whoever owns the music, they're gonna have to damn find us because we're stealing everything. All right, so we're gonna give you 5 minutes. Let me get my phone here. We give you 5 minutes. You give us whatever comedy you want. It can be your best. It could be your worst. It could be stuff you want to try out. That is completely up to you. But just remember, the 3 people watching right now are going to judge you harshly.
They're going to judge harshly?
Yeah.
I don't even watching. It'd be easy if I'm just gonna do new stuff, so it's not like it's fine-tuned or anything.
Well, let's go.
Okay. So I said it earlier, like I'm just disgruntled. I've spent the past 2 years, my last 2 good years on this freaking planet has been spent just sitting in my house with 2 cats and a kid. Also, like old people can, keep living on their dialysis. And I'm sorry, I'm pissed. Like I love old people, all right? Like I love your granny and your map on Papa, whatever you call them. But what do old people do besides take up all the good parking spots everywhere you go? Like, I'm sorry. And listen, and now because of the stupid pandemic, they have all the where you like park and they bring like all your orders out to you. Like you don't even have to go in the store. Right. They take up like in each lane, there's like 6 of those on each side. So I gotta park like all the way down by the road and it's raining and I gotta go into the grocery store and like, look, maybe I'd feel a little bit different if I could buy some of those nice hunter snow boots and rain boots that everyone wears, but I can't. I'm a broke bitch, all right? I'm a broke bitch, a basic bitch. So I'm just not happy. And I can't get on online dating. I mean, I guess I could, but like who wants to like, listen, if you're on a dating site, I know I'm not going to want to fuck you. Like, Like, who has the time to sit there and feel like, well, I like cats or I like dogs, or here's my picture of me and my dog at the dog park. Like, everyone's happy at the dog park with their stupid dog. Like, I want to see your worst. Okay, show me your worst. I want to see you 9 a.m. You know, you're running late, you're trying to catch a flight, and you've lost your ID. Like, that's what I want to see. Because honestly, with my choice of men, I probably had to steal your ID because you're cheating on me, and I don't want you to get on the damn plane. Look, I'm sorry. Men want to impregnate as many women as possible, and women want to monopolize the sperm. Like, seriously, I am crazy. Okay, I will scrape that stuff off and put it in the freezer for later. Like, and I just don't. And I mean, even if I was to find some guy on some dating site that I was like, oh yeah, you know, I might communicate with him and go meet him out for dinner. Like, food doesn't turn me on. I don't want to sit there and have like small talk. Like, how are you going to turn me on? And I can tell you right now, if we're sitting in there eating, I'm not fucking you after this is over. Like, I'm just not. Like, listen, I mean, I want to know, like, are we having sex or not? Because if we're going to have sex, then we can just skip the whole dinner thing and I can get some cardio in. I know, okay, listen, I'm screwed in the head, all right? I'm so screwed in the head. I'm thinking, you're thinking, what is this bitch talking about? She's not even that skinny. I'm sorry, like, that's, I know, I'm screwed in the head, all right? And I also have a gluten intolerance, and I don't want to have bloated sex. Like, I'm sorry, but I can only get off when I'm on top, and I'm not getting on top if I'm bloated. Like, I'm just not a multitasker, all right? I can't concentrate on getting myself off and not farting at the same time. It's bad enough that I have to worry about queefing while I'm up there. Now I gotta worry about it coming out both ends. Like, I'm just not into it. Not into it. But and I don't know. I want to say something like, anyone who says women aren't funny has never heard one queef. But I just know if you liked it. See, I don't know if this is what happens because there's no mics going on. I can't try this.
Right.
A work in progress.
You got one more minute.
And I'm getting really upset. Not upset, but like, you know, there used to be a time when, like, if you didn't want someone contacting you, they could never get a hold of you. Like,
right.
You know, you give your phone number to somebody or your address. Like, they actually had to come up and talk to you. Now anyone can just send you a message. Doesn't matter. They can just find you on whatever social media and they can just send you a message. It's like, maybe I don't want to have to, like, you know, ignore you. Like, that is kind of like an invasion of privacy. I don't know. I just started that one today, so I don't know where that is.
After I sent her a message about the show.
No.
That's 5.
That was 5?
That was 5.
I love the queefing joke.
Okay, is that good?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I liked it. I like it. Because honestly, you don't think it is, do you?
And I haven't really got to work it out, and because there's no mics going on, really, I haven't. That's my thing to go through and, like, put it in order and, like, get it to flow, and so I'm not just, like, you know, free balling, I guess.
Right.
I thought that was some good comedy, man. I was cracking up. Thank you very much. That was awesome.
It's weird. There's a delay. I don't know, like, if I'm interrupting or if I'm not. Like, I don't know.
Well, you did great. I'm sure it's going to sound great once it's all put together.
Oh, lovely.
I say put together, but once it's all out there live. Somebody will tell us if it looks great or not. All right. Well, Saundra, that's basically the show, man. Thank you so much for coming. This was a lot of fun. You're awesome.
Oh, thank you.
This was a very good time. Is there anything that you want to say?
No, we need more mics.
Need more mics.
There's not enough mics going on.
Okay.
I mean, you can go to Kokomo, you can go to Franklin, but as far as indie, like, you're limited. And Monday, it's just a pain in the ass because it's
Yeah.
3 minutes, fine. But
Yeah.
my daughter doesn't get done with track until 7,
Right.
which is fine. I can throw her at my house, set the alarm, and have food ready for her. It's not a big deal. But that still doesn't put me there until after 7:30 when the mic starts. So if you arrive after 7:30, you got to pay $5 plus parking plus a drink for 3 minutes. Like
Right.
you'd have to be an idiot to do that consistently, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go, but
Yeah.
I think I'll go this month or this upcoming Monday. But like
That's a little pricey.
it's stressful for 3 minutes.
Yep. Yeah. I agree.
That's an expensive 3 minutes. Just the
Right.
$5 alone.
I spread it out.
I think I'm gonna get up and talk about how. No, I'm not gonna put this out online. But anyways, I have something that I kind of want to do, but I don't know how well it'll go over there. But I mean, it's funny. Like I'm making fun of Karens, but like, anyways.
We'll talk about it off the air.
Yeah, we'll leave it off there. It's good. It's a good premise, but like I'm not putting that out on the air.
If we did a separate show called like the writing room or something, where we'd like invited someone over and we just spent an hour and a half writing a short story or something that we could film, would you be a part of that? Is that something you'd be interested in?
Definitely.
Okay, awesome. Then, yeah, if you want, hang around. We're going to wrap the show up, and we can talk a little bit after the show. But everybody else, this is Saundra Edgell. Say bye, Saundra.
Bye.
And I'm going to put you back over in
The waiting room.
Yeah. Well, all right, dude.
Dude,
I think we did it.
Saundra's great. her
That was
five.
good.
Her 5 of new material that she hasn't even worked out on a stage was great.
Yes.
Fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
for not having worked any of it out, too. That was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good. She did seem surprised by the queef one. I'll have to ask my wife why that was. Maybe she can explain that one to me. I don't understand.
Right. I don't understand what that means.
All right. Well, dude,
Right.
successful show, man. I think
Fun
we put
show.
together another winner.
Of course. All we do is win, 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 no matter what.
Do we know who's on the show next week?
We do. Chris Wolf.
Is that true?
Yeah.
We got the music of Chris Wolf.
Yes.
Is he going to do
Chris
Five in the
Wolf.
Fist?
He's going to do all that.
He's doing
gonna
the
do
whole
Five in
the whole
Fist.
shebang bang.
Whole shebang. He's going to play songs. Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited to get that guy playing. That's going to be fun. We'll have to set up something special for him. All right.
Yes.
Well, sir, I appreciate you. Everybody who watched, all 3 or 4 of you, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. Saundra Edgell, I'm sure appreciate you as well. Terry, anything you want to say before we can take off?
We got merch available.
Dude, merch. I forgot. We did the
Yeah,
merch.
there's a link somewhere in the YouTube video. You can just click on it, check it out. We
It's
got shirts.
http://something. It's got
Yeah.
W, 3 W's in there
www.
somewhere.
Something, yeah. Merch.com.
Or com or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's somewhere.
It's the
But-
.net.
It's a start. We've got the first
Yep.
shirt up, which is the, what are we calling that? What do you call
I
the
don't know.
digital art? What's the name that you gave it? These are
I
all
don't-
Terry Shepard originals, by the way.
Are they? I called it Fist something.
There's 5 astronauts in that picture. And then
Yeah.
a cat
And a cat.
and a jet.
I don't know. It just all came into me in a vision. I was thinking about going to Burning Man, and yeah.
You're stupid. Thanks for showing up, everybody. We appreciate you. We'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Real study. We did it.
That was the.
That was deep. Oh, we forgot to do the That Was Deep outro on the 5 in the Fist.
Oh, that's all right. That was deep.
Marshall Mathers. You ever gonna write that
Okay.
guy back?
Not yet. I haven't had time to write him back yet, but I
Got a
will.
lot going on.
Yeah.
All right.
I might drive up to Detroit, 8 Mile, see if he wants to go to lunch.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of places are up there. On
I don't
8
know.
Mile.
I've not been to Detroit. I've been to Grand Rapids. I've been to Ann Arbor.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Hash Bash at the University of Michigan a couple times.
Ash Bash. All right. What is that? Is that a bash? Will they smoke hash?
Yeah, it's just a little college campus thing that they do every year. They didn't do it this year or last year.
All right.
Man, that was deep.